First it was Mad Men star January Jones, now it's Kim Kardashian. Will it be you next to eat your placenta?
Sorry if you're having your cornflakes. The after-birth practice is becoming an increasingly common trend. Earlier this week, heavily pregnant Kim announced her plans to eat her placenta after the birth of her first baby this July. She's not alone.
Well, Lynnea Shrief is a huge advocate of tucking into human placenta for health benefits and claims she's helped over 250 women eat theirs.
Journalist Sally Windsor couldn't disagree more. She calls it a disgusting, fatty diet and says mums should be concentrating on their newborns rather than frothing up a body part smoothie. So,
Nice.
Lynnea, let's start first of all, just in case anybody doesn't know what it is. What is it?
So, placenta encapsulation is the process of turning or preparing the placenta after birth into capsules.
So what is the placenta?
What is the placenta? The placenta is an organ, a temporary organ in the womb that connects the fetus to the mum, and it transports nutrients, oxygen, and hormones and vitamins for baby to grow, and also takes back carbon dioxide and toxins through to the mum's body. So it grows the baby, basically.
So hugely important whilst the baby's in your tummy.
Yes.
Why does it become important afterwards? What's it got in it? What are the health benefits?
Well, if you look at every other mammal on the planet, minus marsupials and camels, for example, they all consume their placenta immediately after birth. And humans are an exception. It's packed full of hormones.
Might that not be to leave something behind that would alert predators, perhaps if a young baby was around?
That is a really good argument. However, the amount of amniotic fluid in blood that's also expelled and probably absorbed in the ground through the birthing process, there still would be a stench and a smell left after birth in that area. So I don't think it's just to remove any birth waste, basically. We see things in mammals that we don't see in humans. For example, humans will bleed for 3 to 5 weeks normally postpartum, whereas mammals don't bleed at all after birth. We take 3 to 5 days for our milk to come in, and mammals, their milk comes in immediately after birth. So there's these significant differenents and benefits.
And you think that by eating their placenta that increases the
breast milk supply, reduces bleeding, increases iron levels, helps you have more energy.
Hang on a second, you've brought some here because you can have it, and we'll talk in a moment about the different ways that you can eat it if you want to.
Yes.
And you've got a little pot on the table here,
I've got
which has
some
got.
capsules.
There we go. Now these are the capsules,
Yes.
right? Now you're saying that it takes 3 to 5 days for the milk to come in, but if you eat your placenta, it comes in pretty almost immediately.
Most of the time, yes.
How long
Mothers
does
will
it take to
find
make your placenta into these capsules?
about 24 hours.
Okay, so you've still got to wait 24 hours before.
Yes, unfortunately, that's how long it takes for us to collect it, dry it out, make the capsules, and get it back to mum.
Because I'm just thinking, if you're an animal and you're going to eat your placenta, you're literally just going to do it there, and it's going to be, sorry, this sounds disgusting, but it's going to be fresh, and it's going to have all the nutrients and stuff still in it. If you grind it down, sorry, I know, we'll come to it. If you grind it down and you, what is it, like freeze-dried?
No,
it's dehydrated. So if you dehydrate it, isn't it not going to lose all of that benefit?
We highly advise mums to have a raw placenta smoothie after birth, which would have the stem cells and growth factors immediately after birth. However,
That's going to be
I
like
said to you guys before, no, placenta doesn't taste like liver at all.
What does it taste like?
Well, it doesn't. You can't taste it once it's mixed with fruits and banana, honestly. And every single mother I've ever made a smoothie for, which is hundreds, has never ever tasted placenta.
No one's ever chucked up once they've
Absolutely not. Absolutely. In fact, it's delicious. They all say how delicious it is.
All right. So fundamentally, what is in it that is so important?
Iron, hormones, and a vast mix of minerals and
That you
vitamins.
couldn't get from a supplement?
You probably could, but the problem is that supplements have a weak bioavailability in the body. So when you actually eat supplements, your body only absorbs a small fraction of that because your body doesn't recognize that. It recognizes it a foreign object. But when you consume something that's from your own body and it's made by you and it's your own iron, you have a much higher absorption rate.
Okay, Sally. Literally, I cannot think of anything worse than doing this after giving birth. Goodness me, isn't there enough pressure on mums to behave a certain way and perform, in the way that we should, and breastfeeding and all of these pressures without bringing this into it? This is like caveman behaviour. It's crazy.
It's, as you heard
the most hideous thing I've ever heard of.
As you heard there, that a vast proportion of the animal kingdom actually do this.
Yes, if you're a goat and you're grazing in a field, obviously that's what you're going to do. They can't pop out to their local nutrition store or supermarket and get the pills or sit down and cook themselves a nice steak.
No,
Of
they're
course
doing it. They're doing it
They're
naturally.
starving. That's why they're
It's
doing it.
instinctive.
It doesn't mean we have to do it. No. I don't. It's absolutely fine. And the point is, besides my opinion of the fact that I think it's not for me, there's no proof about this. The Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists have said there's no medical proof for this at all. It's another faddy diet.
Does it
it's faddy diet, it's just taking it to the extreme.
Does it become more tempting to you in tablet form?
So very, very vaguely. But I mean, this isn't even placenta.
No, it is your own.
These aren't my capsules. This is from a donated
Yeah,
placenta.
but that's just hold on.
You would only take your own.
Yes, you would only ever consume your own placenta. That's very
showing
important.
purposes. So you wouldn't take these.
Well, good.
This is
No,
just
I really
demonstration.
wouldn't.
But what you do is, if you were going to do it, you'd make sure you were eating your own.
But would you eat other people's?
Absolutely not.
As well?
Never.
Okay,
Absolutely
right.
not. And
Okay,
in fact,
that's
that's probably
made me feel a little bit
illegal
better.
in this country.
But still, it's like it's cannibalism. Why is it? Why is it?
No. I completely
different?
refute any claims of cannibalism whatsoever, because cannibalism involves killing and murder, and this, in fact, is the exact opposite. This is involving birth. It involves eating human flesh after death, and that is horrible. I don't want any relation to that whatsoever to involve
I think cannibalism
placenta encapsulation.
is eating someone else's
Exactly.
flesh rather than
This
your
is
own.
a organ that is birthed, and with birth, with giving new life. This is the opposite of cannibalism.
Is there any risk? I mean, is there any risk to this? Because there are side effects to anything and everything.
Well, there's side effects to medicines and drugs.
So what are the side effects?
There are no side effects to this, unfortunately.
So is it okay to
thankfully.
eat your appendix? Should we just start doing that as well now? Or should we just sort of eat?
Well, if
other
the
body
appendix
parts
was
are
found
coming
to
out?
have
There's a spleen
vast
there,
amounts
there's
of
an appendix
iron
there,
and
let's pick
hormones
up
that
and
were
all this.
beneficial to
This
my
is
body,
crazy.
then I would.
It's crazy.
Like I said, if there was another organ that came out of the body after an event, and it was found to have a vast amount of stem cells and nutrients, then I probably would look into it. But these are the facts.
I would have to say, and we're very careful of being as impartial as we possibly can, but your appendix, the reason it's coming out is because there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, and it's full of acid.
The medical profession would suggest that you would eat
People have
something that was
bits
wrong
of them
with it.
out, and why is it different from intestines then, or something else? If there are all these medical benefits to eating a part of our own body, why aren't we?
Because it's not expelled. It's not expelled from the body. We're going completely off track here.
Yeah.
This is.
The point is, we live in a day and age of, this is the 21st century. We have everything at our disposal. We know more about nutrition than we've ever known before.
And
are
this
we
is
getting
why we're
further and
going
further away from the
pathway.
natural side of things? That this is simple. You don't have to have something that's created in the factory. You have something here that is perfectly natural.
But or on the other hand, are we going further and further away from normality and just doing things sensibly?
Well,
and just
I
going into
Actually, I disagree. I think this is very
possible.
normal. This is a normal, natural way to heal quicker and feel better after birth. And if it's not harming anyone else, and you're doing it for yourself, and you're consuming your own placenta, then what's the big deal?
Jury's out. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm not put off it.
And you say
Would you
that
do
the
it?
women.
Would you give it a go?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think
You say it, and you'll be straight on the mail online.
And the worst thing when you buy placenta capsules made, have them in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And if you are having a day where you have really low milk supply, you know that they're there, and you can take them.
And so it also
you and
helps
your
after
mum,
the event.
Sorry?
So after the event, you can actually say, don't have to eat it all in one go.
Well, no, you don't. They're yours to have when you want. There's no pressure here. We're here. I'm a placenta specialist, and I can do this service for moms who want to have it, and they can take them or they don't have to. There's no pressure.
Fascinating. Thank you very much. Right, Johnny Vegas is here.